So I wanted to make a video about how to do research, and let's say we have the most common health questions, and let's see. So, uh, what is a healthy diet? Types of non-invasive weight loss surgeries, and I'd like to note that pretty much the only way I can answer this question, and it's this question: is a healthy diet? Well, I mean, it's not a surgery, but how do food allergies affect the body? For a second, I thought it said babies. But I'm like, the body. Well, that's your immune system. How do vitamins work? What is an intragastric balloon? So this is the aid in weight loss. So you can basically now they're having you can eat garbage when diet and exercise have failed. It's like the diet and exercise didn't fail, you failed. Okay, best fruits and vegetables to eat, health benefits of smiling. Okay, so pretty much this common medical questions that come, all this is bullshit. I mean, all this except health risks of using laxatives. What is healthy diet? So except for this question, it's all bullshit. And pretty much everybody knows what a healthy diet is. Well, within certain constraints, like we all know, fries, donuts, chips, red meats like hamburgers, bacon. We know all those are not good for you. So let's say you have a question, and you're just like, is the vegan diet healthy? And you want to say look at a study from National Health Institute.gov. Let's see. Here's one, but here I'm just going to show you the different levels. So here's AJCN.org, and I think American Journal of Clinical Nutrition. So it sounds health-wise, but keep in mind. Let's see. Here are their studies. So let's just go to the top, or at least these are their sources. Center for Plant Science. This is going to be important later, so we're going to go to the top. So here abstract, it's increased in popularity, and there's concerns for B12, D vitamin, long chain omega-3 fatty acids. Except for here's the thing. Okay, so health effects. Either use a high dietary fiber, vitamin C, all this stuff. They tend to be lower in calories. I think the thing is most of them just don't get the junk vegan foods. Most of vegans are already health conscious. There's junk. There's vegan burgers. Except even the soy burgers are healthy, but they add soybean oil to nuts. Most of the thing is the vegan foods are satisfying a niche that is already eating healthy. You could eat vegan junk food, not even eat vegetables. You might do fruits or nuts or beans or whatever, and it was all just unhealthy. Okay, so you can gain weight. You can even, especially muscle. Let's see, health effects. They're saying it's low in saturated fat and cholesterol, which I think would be a good thing. Long chain fatty acids, well, vitamin C, calcium, zinc, vitamin B12. Okay. Over here, I'm not sure you can see what it says, but basically it says, okay, so vitamin A, 10%. I think they're worried about calcium, 30%. Iron, 10%. So potentially, if you're just eating just this, and this is pretty kind of low in iron at 10%, 1,400 calories of this will get you through your day's iron. Vitamin B12, 25%. Vitamin D, 25%. So for those who can't go in the sunlight, like say they have skin cancer on their head and it goes into remission, they could drink this, four cups of this, or a few cups of this, and something else, and it'd be better for you than milk. You know, you wouldn't get the bitch tits. See my chest? Boom! My arms look a little small because I'm wearing a shirt. Yep. Whatever. It has pretty much, I didn't see the zinc, but I'm sure there's something. I'm sure there's green vegetables. I'm like, I'm still alive, right? Pretty much been vegan for the past 2 weeks. Pretty much. I've had a few milk derivatives here and there. I'm still transitioning. So let's see the other effects. Okay, so there's evidence for whole grains reducing the chance of colorectal cancer, and it's probable that it reduces the chance of type 2 diabetes and cardiovascular disease. And there's evidence that consuming nuts reduces cardiovascular disease. I'd also like to note that, yes, there are people who are allergic to nuts, and they think of this, nuts, oh, well, you can only get your protein from nuts or beans. It's like, no, actually, all sources of food have protein. Say you say you have Cheerios, 100 calories, and it's like 4 grams of protein, and then you multiply that times 20 for your day normal amount of worth of calories. That's 80 grams of protein. That is a lot. You know, you're thinking that every non-bean, you're associating these foods with like donuts and thinking that these foods have the same protein density. They have the same protein per calories as a donut. And so even if you have a nut allergy, you can still eat the other foods. So you almost, and I heard, it's all humane what they do to animals. So let's see. So let's see how the average animal is raised for meat. Okay, this is why the internet's gone to shit. Oh, hey, look, here's humanesociety.org. So .org is above .gov. My sister's allergic, so we can't help. That's the funny thing, like, I'm living on my own. I was living on my own at some point, and I didn't do dishes. I put some stuff in the dishwasher, but I didn't have to do dishes, and, like, my sisters were complaining about... No, my sister and my sister's girlfriend, they're going to get engaged. They said they're going to get engaged and they're going to get married. They complain about they're vegetarian, and actually she's more of a pescatarian. The pescatarian friend who will not wash dishes because she'd like just put the dishes in the dishwasher. And I don't even think she contributes to the dishes that much because she'll open like I don't know what it is, can of fish or something. Or she'll have some rice, and I'm like, I don't think she's cooking that much. Like, I don't cook, I just pour this and just pour it in the cereal. So here's the number of slaughtered animals by the thousands. So we're saying, we're looking at 14 million dead cows, 800,000. 4.44 billion 400 million chicken. 4 billion chickens dead. And they don't, they might be like, oh, they raise the chickens, they raise their birds on humane farm. Well, usually they're just chopped up into a blender. I mean, the male chicks, they'll separate the male chicks, there'll be the guy grabbing them like this, and so there's this guy looking at the genitalia, just be like, whoa, I nearly dropped my water, sorry about that. Jeez, I scared somebody right there. What's this 100,000? Oh, 118,000 No, that's 118 million turkeys. These are each in numbers of thousands. And this, you can see, chickens are going up. The only one, ducks and hogs, went down. Wait, these... I have to look just to see the negatives because I'm colorblind. The only one that went down was ducks. So cattle, chicken, hogs, sheep, lambs, turkeys. That's a total of 4.6 billion animals. And oh yeah, they're all raised in humane conditions. The problem is even if you only buy animals that are raised in humane conditions, you're perpetuating the problem. How old are cows usually reveal? The average is 3 months, and I was once told if they found a sick cat, they killed it rather than let it grow to full term and died. Yahoo Answers, actually, it's often right. I'd say if you might just happen to be doing, it's right about 80% of the time. I'm like, I don't know why you would Yahoo Answers your homework. Just saying, it's probably right at least 80% of the time. So here, this article, it's kind of, when they say it might, they just mean, they're kind of misconstruing this, because based on all of the evidence we have, what I gathered from this, based on all the evidence, vegans' diet is better. I mean, from these diseases, from the standpoint of getting these diseases, vegan diet's always better. Let's see. Plans for eating healthy. So this is what the National Institute of Health, U.S. Department of Health and Services. Okay, when I searched vegan diet, so eat more fruits, vegetables, whole grains, sources of protein, and dairy products. They have lean vegan burgers, so a lot of the stuff, even the substitutes, are a lot leaner. Juice foods that are low in added sugars and solid fats. So anything like corn syrup, or let's see, does this have it on here? Dried cane sugar. So this is 10 sugars, so that's added. I just kind of add that to like sweeten my coffee. That's all I got for you.